We got some roasting to do. I mean, let's just, you know, gather around the campfire. Hope you got your marshmallows. Hope you got your graham crackers and chocolates. Cause yeah, we about to cook some s'mores. You know, COD is officially getting knocked off the map by Battlefield and Arc Raiders. This is crazy to see. I'm talking about Call of Duty have been a juggernaut in the game since the early 2000s, y'all. And now to see it collapsing like this, it's just stupid. It's nasty work. It's like Activision did everything they can to sabotage this game with microtransactions, you know, chasing the trend like Fortnite. You can't win by chasing trends. Like, you're adding rappers and R&B singers, Beavis and Butthead. You got, you know, farting unicorns running around. You got anime. You got ducks. You know, squid heads and all this other bull crap. You throwing it to the game. You're making the game out of a joke. It took the seriousness out of it. The boots on the ground, you know, modern warfare style of a game, you know, military shooter. They took that away from the fans, you know, and a lot of people was like, well, why are you going this direction and it's not that type of game? Why didn't you just make another game? Why didn't Activision solely, what they should have did was made Warzone completely a totally different game. Third person or first person, you know, battle royale. You can put all the microtransactions you want. Could have just been like an add-on to every Call of Duty. Leave it at that. Go back to the early 2000s, you know, the way please take skill-based matchmaking off, or either make a playlist. These are the things they say. They collect the data, right? I'm always hearing, like, if you in the COD community, all the Call of Duty, the big Call of Duty guys, the big channels, all of them are complaining skill-based matchmaking. We're tired of that. You pop off for a couple matches, next thing you know, you're getting dug out through every other match. Like, you're getting beat. The brakes are getting beat off you every match. You can't get your numbers back up. They keep putting you in the lobbies with these nerds, with these COD nerds, these Call of Duty nerds that's been playing since the beginning of time. that done cracked every code and the best campers on the planet. Why didn't they come out with a filter? Why didn't you come out with, you know, other, you know, lobbies that you can join? Like hardcore matches should not have skill-based matchmaking, right? There's a hardcore match that makes more sense to at least put it into that one, but they're ignoring the fan base, and this is what you get. You get dropped off the map. You go from like 300,000, 405, 700,000 players. You drop down to 40,000 players on Steam. That is complete trash numbers for COD, for Call of Duty. Then it's a DLC on top of that. We already know this right here game was a DLC. We already know this game was not meant to come out. A lot of people say, why are you bringing another, you know, Black Ops out right after the 6th? Why didn't you have like another? Why didn't you go back to, you know, other Call of Duties? You know, World at War or something, like remake or something different. But they refuse to give the fans what they want, and this is what you get. This is what you get. You fall off the map, you know, and so it's their fault. You know, they can't blame anybody but themselves right now. You know, they're gonna say, oh, you know, well, we just want to go in a new direction. We want to try other things. Microsoft trying to make that 70 billion back. You know, they done put all their games on PlayStation already, and then they're trying to make microtransaction money. Then they come out with a higher tier with Game Pass for $30 a month. Like, it's a lot of different things that just went wrong this generation that doesn't help this game either. You pull, you know, BO6 away from the premium tier. This is like 3 different tiers. I think you got ultimate, premium, and essential. How's that going to help the game if you snatch it away from everything? Call of Duty should be you got Warzone on everything. I guess you can play Warzone is free, but you snatch away Battlefield, put it on the higher tier from premium after you already said you did a deal with EA back in the day. So you're trying to charge us more for less. Like, it's nothing We already been playing these games forever and a day. These games are old as dirt. And now you want more for them? You want to make a profit off of almost retro games? It's like, what is going on with Call of Duty, Activision, Microsoft? I don't like this strategy. It's like everybody is throwing everything at the wall, hoping it stick. When I seen corporate greed kick into overdrive, I think this may be the worst generation ever with corporate greed from PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. And now we got a new console on the way, the Steam machine. I can't wait because I just wipe my hands with Microsoft. I'm just like, nah, man, it's too pricey. Everything is going up. Everything is already going to PC. I rock with Game Pass. I don't like play the PS5 strategy either, where they marked up the games to $70. I don't like that. I feel like they're ripping everybody off with that one. But this whole COD thing, I don't see how you're pulling away from the tiers, but you want more sales, you want more engagement to push your battle passes and microtransactions, but yet still you take it away. I don't know. That's crazy. That's nasty work. How do you take away the tiers that you said that you want to push a game, right? You want to make that 70 billion back, but Microsoft takes it away to charge more, which is you're probably gonna have more people start tapping out at a $30 tier. It's just too much to keep up. That's way overpriced. Like, they really feel like just because they have Call of Duty, it's the top dog. And now on Steam numbers, we already know PC is the biggest platform by far. However you want to put it, cloud gaming, console, PC, whatever, a device, game console, whatever. It's the biggest platform. So you already know if it took a dip and if PlayStation ain't selling like hotcakes, you really in trouble. Because they already done gave up. Microsoft already done gave up on Xbox. They wanted to knock it off the map. In a way, you can kind of see the writing on the wall that they kind of wanted to off the Xbox already and just go, platform with Game Pass and just put Game Pass everywhere. But majority of the Game Pass subscribers are on Xbox. So you really can't get rid of the console just quite yet. So the console may be around another generation or two until it completely just fade away, unless Steam Machine somehow partners up with Game Pass and they put it on there. Xbox kind of want to do a Steam Machine type console as well. But with the whole COD thing being tied in the middle, and that's your whole pitch, that is like the driver of Game Pass now. Because you don't have no exclusives. So their whole strategy is, Call of Duty. Call of Duty is too big to fail. Isn't that what he always told us? Well, I just wanted to touch on that, man. I just thought that was crazy that they're upset that the game is failing after we told them to stop doing all this woke trash, pushing microtransactions, putting all these goofy skins in their duck heads and Beavis and Butthead, all these foolish iguanas, wizards, and it's just a bunch of weirdo looking demonic clowns and skins and all these other just foolish looking characters. It takes the seriousness away from the game, and now it's showing. Everybody's just like disgusted with Call of Duty right now. They can't stand the sight of that game. They ruined the franchise so bad, bro. You mean tell me it's under 40,000 people playing that game? And from what I heard, it's across every Call of Duty. They put every Call of Duty together numbers on Steam. So you mean tell me out of all of the Call of Duties on Steam, it only came up around 40,000 people that's playing? And then you have Battlefield at 300,000, always around 300,000. Then you have Ark Raiders around 400,000, something like that. What? I don't know, man. They got to do some regrouping. Call of Duty franchise is in trouble, and then it's dying fast. So if they wasted 70 billion, I don't know. But from the way it's looking, Microsoft and Xbox did waste that 70 billion, and it looked like more. They should have bought Battlefield. They should have bought EA, because EA actually is giving the fans what they want. And then they like the Saudi Arabia bought EA now, so now they're really in trouble. So, oh man, I don't know, man. It's some fishy stuff going on. But I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. Peace.